guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber for Kyuujin Cosplay, and today it is time for Better Call Saul, episode 3 of season 6. So, last episode, Nacho almost died.
Yes.
And I forgot my sign.
We will add it before, but do it before the episode.
Yeah, because without it might not survive at all.
It got close last episode. He faced the twins who were not twins in a face-off with his car versus them with their guns.
And it was believable.
It was believable that they might win.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they're the only two characters who were like, yeah, I believe it. In any case, I was proud of him because he was paranoid enough. Like, he was so stressed, he noticed that someone was watching him. And then he found out that that person was, working for Gus. Gus was keeping an eye on whether or not he was in the room and at the motel. And he got lucky because Gus had planted evidence that he was at that motel for the cartel to find him. And when Nacho left, they came in. So timing was perfect, and he faced them, survived, and left. He then managed to, but he kept contacting Mike because if he's got no one. So Mike is his only chance, and Mike is still trying to he was trying to convince Gus to save him, and he might have succeeded.
A decision has been made.
Well, Nacho talked to Gus.
Yeah, and Gus decided something.
Yep.
And what we know right now is that Mike needs Saul to do something for him.
Exactly. As for Kim and Saul, they had a plan last episode to still keep spreading doubt about Howard using cocaine. It worked perfectly. They used the Kettlemen. Yeah, the Kettlemans who were the couple from season 1 who stole money, and that was a huge deal back then. And then they're so cartoonish, but since they had history and stuff with HHM, that made sense to have them basically work against themselves, but for us. They spread the doubt, and then after that, they needed to get rid of them, and Kim just showed her true colors. Granted, they deserved it, but it was scary to see just, how calculating and how cold she could be when needed.
She was using law mercilessly and with a cold heart, threatening to just rip off everything that they had.
She basically has all these tools that we know that she has. Like, she's used them before. She's a really good lawyer, and she worked so hard to get there. She's very confident, and she knows how to use those tools, and if necessary, she's willing to use them to do big things. And sometimes it's okay. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, it's to do good. But then the question of, what are you willing to do good? Like, what is good at this point to you? Because, I mean, yeah, they were scheming and scamming people, but you were threatening to destroy their lives.
I don't know. Trying to do with Howard, right?
Well, yeah, who actually never did anything to you that deserved this, so... Kim is scary, and even Saul was like, he could watch when she was doing this, so, and he compared her to a wolf and them, the sheep, so, accurately, by the way.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much what happened last episode. I said we just jump in episode 3 right away and see where they go from there, because I'm excited to see the rest of the plan, and also why Mike might need Saul. Yeah. And if Saul is gonna go for it, because I don't think he wants to deal with the Salamancas anymore.
No, not after last time, no.
Yeah. In any case, we will see. So, yeah, let's go. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
Let's go!
Let's go! I'm expecting a foot. I'm expecting a corpse. It's a beautiful opening. I don't really know what that meant, but it was beautiful. I was almost expecting,
I saw Beauty and Desolation in the desert.
I saw Beauty and Desolation. Yeah. I almost expected Nacho to be maybe trying to get the water.
I think maybe the rain was maybe hope because it's a desert.
Could be hope. Yeah, there's finally something. Maybe.
Try maybe to hide
vantage point. I mean, vantage point. Hiding. Yeah, very good.
Well, I mean, they're gonna go and look at that, man.
Yes, probably. Hide. Ugh. Uh. I mean, what's that?
Petrol.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
And that's risky as shit.
Because if they don't kill you, that thing will.
And it's also the question, like, how long do I stay under? He deserves to live at this point, you guys. The fact that he didn't consider, like, there's no way he would go in there. Nacho is gonna stick to him.
You need to wash yourself, man, because that thing is toxic.
Oh, thank God. I was wondering if he was gonna have to spend the episode like this.
Está bien, ok. No problema.
Oh, thank you.
Que se lave.
I mean, you see this outside of your establishment. Do you need help? Doop. Go ahead.
T.T I fried upholstery.
Dad, it's me.
Still alive.
Hola, hijo. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy bien. Solo quería escuchar tu voz.
¿Dónde estás? Tú eres muy raro.
No importa, papá, solo
Oh.
hablé para ver cómo estás. Es todo.
Ok.
I swear if he dies this season.
Ya no sé. ¿Sabes lo que tienes que hacer? A la policía.
You don't understand.
Te entiendo. Te oigo.
¿Qué más queda de decir?
I love you.
Adiós, hijo.
Adiós, papá.
He could die. He could fucking die.
I don't know why I have this feeling that this is the last time that he's
It
talked to
could
his
be.
father.
That's the thing. That's why he's like this too. You know, he could die today. He put himself in this situation and he's not getting out of it. Like, it's... buddy. I want to give him a hug. As he was talking to his father, Gus was saying, "Get his dad." Like, his dad too could have been killed or used against him, you know?
It's me.
Oh.
Is that bastard with you?
Fuck you, Gus!
Put him on.
He wants to talk to you.
At this point, he doesn't care. Just...
Yes.
You want the cartel to blame me for Lalo? But if they catch me, make me talk. That is not good for you, is it? Even if I disappear, everyone's gonna smell your stink all over it.
They already do.
The only way that this works for you is with me dead. Whatever bullshit way you want the story to go, I will make it go. But I need one thing. My dad. I need to know that he'll be safe.
He's willing to die. End the story, save his father.
You are too coward.
Mother, save
There will be no
Nacho.
reason for anyone to harm your father.
I trust that.
Oh.
I trust that, but I don't want him to die.
Me neither.
Nacho, find another way.
Did you find a clone or something?
But the thing is, it's never gonna go away
I know.
if he doesn't sacrifice himself. They'll always look for him, even if he disappears. Like, they'll keep looking. And as long as he's alive, Gus is gonna want to try and get rid of him too. I don't know. I mean, people have disappeared in Breaking Bad before. Could still happen.
Pass for dead? Maybe.
Yeah, but Gus is powerful, and the Salamancas are still also very powerful. So,
I'm sure you recognize this man. He's a client of Jimmy McGill's, one Jorge de Guzman. This is Eduardo Salamanca,
could
a
be
major drug trafficker.
a really good
We got this
doppelganger.
word from Federales in Chihuahua. He died in a massive firefight at this compound. Over a half dozen people were killed.
She didn't know about this, right? He just said they were safe, not what happened.
True.
A couple years back, Jimmy McGill represented Ignacio Varga, a local dealer. Now, Varga is a known associate of Tuco Salamanca. Jimmy was involved in getting Tuco a reduced sentence on an assault and battery charge.
Is it just when you're making links to everything?
They're linking him to cartel.
I don't think Jimmy ever intended to become a cartel lawyer.
No.
No, not like this.
And if that's true, if Salamanca duped him, then the lawyer-client privilege was obtained in bad faith.
You want Jimmy to rat on a client?
I'll make sure anything he tells me won't blow back. And if it turns out that Jimmy's made mistakes, we won't hold him accountable. I'm talking to you because I think you'll be more willing to hear what I have to say.
Now I'm afraid she's gonna go after her.
This guy killed a 22-year-old kid. It's wrong. You know it's wrong. And I think Jimmy does too.
You want to have the big coup of taking down the cartel, right?
Well,
And I think he knows what's right.
there's that, but I mean, there might be actual worry. The thing is, with Kim, it sounds like she would love to help, but then that would mean putting Saul in a bad spot. And she knows he helped. He knew who Lalo was. So what that brings to me is just confirmation again that she's willing to forget about her sense of justice if it means doing what she wants, helping the people she loves. And that's scary. Because like I said, I genuinely worry now that she's gonna go after her in some sort of way.
Because she's in the way?
She is pity. She can hold a grudge, and she's kind of a mama bear, sort of, like, with her people and with their loved ones. If she feels like Jimmy is threatened, she might do something. We'll see.
When? Tomorrow.
No. So see, I was talking about how you asked me who would kill Nacho, and I was like, it feels like Mike would have to do it.
I'm gonna take care of it.
No. I'll do it.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, no. Okay, no, I don't want to believe this. He's gonna survive this in some kind of way. Mike is gonna save him. He cares too much. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Sorry, sir. Nowhere.
He's too good.
Excuse me. Better get a move on. The kid looks quick.
I know I said it before. It's good to have friends in high places that know how to do their job. It's a good thing that he parked in the lowest level. I love how they did this. We're hyping the stress a little bit.
Press 4 for unlock, 5 for lock. Rest will take care of itself. 4 for unlock, 5 for lock. All right.
Is he still in that room at the end of BB?
You're a lawyer. You make good money, right?
Good days and bad, but yeah.
Your wife's a lawyer? A legit lawyer?
Yeah.
Why you do all this?
True.
The thrill.
Oh, I know from the outside this looks like just another scam, but a couple months from now there are people whose lives are going to be way better because of this.
Yours?
We're making a real difference.
Because that's all you think about when you do this.
Doing the Lord's.
If you say so.
His conscience is trying to put in
Why
on.
don't you sleep at night?
Yeah, we're trying to help the people at Sandpiper, you know? Like, in the Sandpiper case, it's not about greed. It's not about the need to fulfill a need. No. Keep telling yourself that. Tell her that too. Apparently she needs to hear it.
Lalo is dead.
Holy shit.
Only he's not.
Erickson seems to think that if Lalo lied to you and you didn't know about the pseudonym, that you could break confidentiality. She wants you to talk. She says it's right.
What do you think we should do?
You should do whatever you want, Jimmy.
Except it's gonna bite you in the ass whenever they find out Lalo's still alive.
Do you want to be a friend of the cartel, or do you want to be a rat?
None is good.
Nope.
And the Salamancas have friends. So
You know what? In Breaking Bad, when Jesse told Hank about Walter White, basically he had a choice to being
A rat.
friend of the cartel or being a rat, and we said that what he was doing was a good thing, right?
I mean, it's the right thing to do to help bring justice to those people who are criminals. That's true. But yes, in the world of criminals, it's the lowest thing you can do. It has consequences. And with Saul now, he might consider it because he thinks Lalo is dead, but he's not. Aww.
Bolsa will want to hear the truth from you before the Salamancas have you. Their methods take too long for his taste.
So the plan is to fucking give him to the Salamancas.
I'll say it was Alvarez, working for Los Ojos out of Peru, that I've been on the payroll for almost a year.
And then they'll kill him.
Oh man. They're not just gonna kill him, they're gonna fucking skin him alive.
Start running as
Yeah,
fast
because
as you
he's
can.
a rat. He's a traitor.
You'll be zip tied.
Well, he's a rat. A traitor.
Past him, you'll handle it.
He puts me down, you mean?
It'll be over quick.
If it goes according to plan.
I don't want it, guys. I don't want it.
Where's that hope in the desert thing that you were talking about?
There's something more to
Was it the glass in the...
Thank you. I don't like this. I don't like this.
He's just accepted it, like...
Well, for him, it's that his father's gonna be alright. He's gonna be safe.
Yeah, he made his peace. He said goodbye, actual goodbye. You were right, like it felt like the last time he spoke to his dad. He knows there's no way out for him. And his dad was gonna be a target as long as he didn't make peace with Gus, so that meant asking Gus, how do you want to do things? So that's what he's doing. He's saving his father and facing the consequences of his fucking actions. But I hate this. I don't want to accept it.
Oh, he took a glass. He can cut it as a time.
So, still, like, he's gonna take a chance. Because I mean, the problem still exists after this, right?
It does.
Who do you want to kill, or is it just so you can run? The plan is for him to run. Unless he talked about. Unless he talked about this.
If he talks about the other gang and tried to escape and just managed to escape, it might be
No,
fine.
I'm thinking maybe he talked with Mike. Mike insisted to be here for insurance, and he's got his gun. And that's the fact that we know that none of them dies.
None of them dies, but some of them might be wounded. Who knows?
I don't know. The thing is, like, if I was him and I was about to truly die here, I would be like, fuck it, I would say the truth. This guy did this. Kill each other.
Yeah, but your father...
Yeah, but, I mean, I would hope that Gus would die here anyway, so...
That is a huge gamble.
Yes, that's a huge gamble. I'm sorry.
Who put you up to this?
You better not. Look at the colors they chose
One
for
last
them.
chance.
He's not cutting the
Alvarez.
zip ties.
Los Ojos out of Peru.
Alvarez we know. Los Odios we know. Was anyone else involved?
The fact that he keeps looking at him is so telling.
Him? You think the chicken man? What a joke. Alvarez has been paying me for years.
Why not insult
Years,
him?
but you know what? I would have done it for free because I hate every last one of you psycho sacks of shit.
Oh.
I opened Lalo's gate, and I'm glad what they did to him. He's a soulless pig. And I wish I killed him with my own hands. And you know what else, Hector? I put you in that chair.
If he's going out like a G. Oh.
You were dead and buried, and
Oh,
I
look
had
at
to
the
watch
zoom.
this asshole bring you back. So when you are sitting in your shitty nursing home and you're sucking down on your jello night after night for the rest of your life, you think of me.
He looks good though.
You twisted
With his
fuck.
Oh, Nacho!
Yeah. He's going out like a fucking G.
I know.
That's the glass in the opening.
I know.
No, no. Oh,
I did not expect that. Nacho.
oh.
He died on his own term.
Yeah. After a fucking epic speech.
Oh, that was bad. He was so bad during his speech.
Episode 3. We're not even fucking halfway.
Could have at least wait for episode 6 or something. They're gonna disrespect his body. Come
Of course. How much time has passed? Like, oh, it's like the blue flower is him. Because, like, that... We saw a flower. There's no flower here, so the flower is where his body is. Fucking... Oh, you cannot end this like that. Oh. I'm sad.
Can I rip it off?
Take down the fucking sign.
Sorry, guys.
Oh. The thing that it doesn't piss me off, but the thing that I think is genius with how they did this is we're so used to them not doing things, you know, the way it should happen. Like, we were so hoping and expecting
That
for
something not happened
yeah.
for him to survive.
Like the Mike going after, like, for some reason, because I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Mike's car, but if we're wrong about that,
it looks like Mike's car.
him going after Jimmy, we're like, oh, there's something there. You know, the way they set up the phone and stuff, the way they just show him trying to survive so much. Everything in this episode tells you he's gonna die at the end, yet we don't want to accept it. We're like refusing to accept it. We keep hoping that something's gonna happen. Oh, we didn't see Mike beat the shit out of him. What if they talked about this? Oh, Mike is saying he insists on being there. He's got his sniper. What if he has a plan? But it doesn't make sense. Why would he go against Gus? He's gonna be surrounded by enemies. Who, I mean, they're enemies too, but they're supposed to act like they're together, you know? There's no fucking way he gets out of there alive, yet we refuse to accept it, and we're thinking about how something's gonna happen for sure. Till the fucking last minute, you're like, oh, he keeps a glass on, so of course he's got a plan, like he's gonna do some shit.
He could have tried to run for it, I don't know, but...
Well, that was
I
the plan.
think, honestly, guys...
You'd rather face them.
It is really sad. I'm not crying, but my heart is broken right now.
You know, with Nacho's death, I was expecting to cry more,
Me
but
too.
I'm just so, like, I did cry.
I might cry in my bed later, guys. But seriously...
You're in bed at night, Nacho!
I'm gonna bring the Doritos back.
Our Canadian, you know,
Montreal
gem.
But seriously, guys, the way that what's the actor's name? I forgot.
I don't remember, unfortunately.
Well,
but this episode,
Nacho's actor, the way that he delivered the speech with his face, it was just so intense. That was so good.
Just the entire episode actually was really. It was a season, even if he was only there for three episodes. I gotta say, and I mean that's a satisfaction for me in a way because they wanted him to play their game till the very last second. You know, he made sure his father was alive and stuff, and that could have been it for him. And they wanted him to play the game till the end, which was to
He could have died like a dog.
He was supposed to tell them the lie, then run away and be shut down. And basically, I mean, what do you look like? You look like if you were trying to run away. You look like a coward. You look like you're weak, and you give them that satisfaction of, oh, that shit is dead. Instead of doing that, he goes all out. That's a blow that's gonna hurt them for much longer. Telling them the truth, telling them what he really feels, you know, about Lalo and stuff, which, I mean, would have hurt more if he was truly dead, but still, the twins don't know, I think, so.
I don't expect them to respect him, because honestly, they just shot his dead body.
Oh, no, they don't. I'm not saying they respect him. I'm saying blow.
I know.
And telling him about the pills, too, was just...
I really love the fact that he decided to stand his ground and die on his own terms. Just a bit like Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yes, he stood tall. He told his truth. He was supposed to be the weakest in that scene. He was supposed to be the victim, and he was supposed to be killed like a dog, like you said. And I from his acting, from his choices, from what he said, I felt that he was the strongest at the moment. He owned them.
I can't speak for the Salamancas because those are crazy bastards. But I think that maybe a part of Gus might respect Nacho just for that, because
he does respect him. He did
respect him, yeah.
And I think everything was, you know, he said everything towards Lalo and stuff, but he did look at Gus, and I'm pretty sure that some of these words were at Gus. And Gus knows that he caused that. He heard the words, and he is affected. Like, you saw him in the car at the end. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna cry over it, but those words hit him. And talk about respect. That guy went out, like you said, on his own terms, had the strength to do that, and you just know, like, and for Hector, you just know he is gonna think of Nacho forever. He put him in that wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, it's everything. He insulted Gus. He spit at his feet, like, you wanted me to play your game till the very end. Fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. And you already promised. Like, it's not even about you. He doesn't respect Gus. He's like, I respect Mike.
He knows that Mike's gonna keep his words, yeah.
Yeah. And, like, he just dealt such a strong blow.
Sorry, I'm just remembering the speed and just the way that he just said those words.
Everything just... I mean, there was an intensity in that scene from... Like, we were freaking out, but I noticed, like, just... The zoom, you know, like, it's the intensity behind him just saying those words, and we get closer to him, and it's just him, you know. He's on his knees. He's not in a position of strength yet. Like I said, he feels like the strongest at the moment. Did everything on his terms. He's the one, and then it's not even like he chose to be here. He called Gus, and he was like, okay, I made my decision. It's not like he ran.
It's the fact that he knows that from the moment that he decided to work for the cartel, he made his bed. He decided to work for those guys and that world.
That's always a thing,
and to deal with whatever consequences happens at the end of it.
Funny enough, like, someone commented on the first episode the other day, if you could save, like, Kim and or Nacho, who would you choose?
Okay, guys, my heart chose Nacho.
My heart
chose Nacho. But my mind said that Kim is more believable.
But that's the thing. My heart chooses Nacho because I love him more. Like,
I love the character.
He's my favorite character. He's my Jesse in Better Call Saul.
I know.
Unfortunately, if you compare the two, especially at the moment, Nacho, just like Jesse technically in Breaking Bad, it's just that Nacho did worse than Jesse.
Yeah.
Nacho made the decision to be in this world, to associate himself with the cartel, to associate himself, like, he himself knew what they were capable of. He hated them. He said it himself. But still, the only reason why he got into this mess was his own fault. His father kept telling him that. You basically reap the consequences of what you sow. And I think he was strong enough in it. And that's why I love him, because he understood that he was in deep. But at the end of the day, that was a choice of his own making. So he made sure that no one innocent was going to suffer from his decisions. and he went out on his own terms. Which is fucking sad, but still.
I just find it's really sad that the last time that he spoke to his father, he didn't even say that he loved him. Not the kiddo or something like that. Nothing.
I don't think they were that type.
Adios, papa.
I don't think they were that type of men, and I think that if he had said it, his father would have known, and he didn't want to worry him.
Maybe, yeah.
Because his dad, as far as he knows, unless someone tells him, so I don't know if he told Mike or asked Mike to do something about that.
His father knew that his son was into trouble, but not that deep
like,
of trouble. Maybe.
Who knows what's gonna happen with him next? But still, unless he made sure that the word was gonna get to him somehow with Mike, perhaps, because they could have talked, before he beat the shit out of him or after.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if he doesn't want him to know, that was the way, because as far as he knows, his son would be on the run, and he already worries, but, like, he might never learn how or what happened. That's a way to do things. They said their goodbyes. Like, I think the word wasn't said, but it was implied, and it was all that he needed.
I had so much hope at the beginning with the flower in the desert and the rain. Like, those are...
But then that turned out to
symbol
be...
of hope when you're in a desperate situation in a desert with the sun and the heat.
I don't know what that flower is, and maybe it's probably something that has a signification that's even gonna break my heart even more.
Usually when you see a flower, it means somebody's dead and is in a better place.
No, I'm saying the flowers have meaning, like we
can look it up and tell you guys the next time we see you.
It shows that flower for a reason, but still, there's a richness, like the flower is blue too, like the colors mean something in Breaking Bad, and I think they also mean something in Better Call Saul, which is why I was also very interested in, I did write them down, I think it was on this one.
Time?
No, but I did write them for our friend. No, it wasn't in this one.
Color symbolism?
Oh, it's a long thing. You don't have to read it. But in Breaking Bad...
Blue represents loyalty and peace.
No, not in Breaking Bad.
No, this color is blue represents loyalty and peace.
Blue represents power and richness in Breaking Bad. And that's the color of the flower in the end. So if it means the same in Better Call Saul...
Power? Well, he was powerful in that scene. But usually...
It can also represent a sense of peace, it's true. Mm-hmm. So we can read it as that. Usually that would be...
Like I said, usually when you see a flower like that, it's someone's death.
Not necessarily, but I'm just saying that the flower being right where he is, being that color, it's just this... The metaphor, the signification of it. It was a beautiful opening that announced, like, you read it as hope. It was rain in a desert that could have been...
You could see it is sin or
being washed.
Yeah.
His blood was on that glass. Well, no, the blood was on the glass and stuff, but still, it's where it happened, and
he paid his due.
Well, he did. I mean,
he
died. Like, there's nothing left. But at the end of the day, I think it's just a beautiful way to say that, he died here, and there's still a reminder of that moment. There's still a reminder of him in that place. I'm gonna make myself cry. I don't want to. I'm comparing this to when we cried so much at Ozymandias, and I'm like, it's not that. I think I like Nacho more, but I think they prepared us so much to his death. It's affecting me less because I'm just so proud of him.
Honestly, with Hank's character, we've seen him being a drug at the beginning. We've seen him being crushed with his accident.
Well, we're not here to talk about Hank.
I know. I mean, I don't know. The weight of it we're more invested in it. It was differently too.
We were invested in Nacho as well. The weight of it is different because one was a criminal and the other one was just trying to do his job.
Yeah.
With a lot of obsession behind it, but still, and it's also, how it happened. Like, Hank wasn't prepared, and Nacho had time to say his goodbye, and it was on, like you said, like we said, on his own terms. His death feels like almost like a victory for him, because he's the one that did it, Still, it's not easy, and I'm really sad that we had to take down our fucking sign.
I'm gonna cry
so
about
quick.
that later, seriously.
But yeah, if he had to die, I'm actually happy that's how it happened. So. There's other stuff that happened in this episode.
Really? What?
Well, the Saul and Kim situation. I don't know what they plan to do with the car, but that's gonna be interesting to keep an eye on that.
They're gonna put evidence on it to
Is just
incriminate Howard.
Again, it's interesting to see that it's another, criminal, a crook that raises the question, you have an out. Why would you do this?
Just like Walter had an out?
Just like Walter had an out. They are breaking bad, but it's their own, again, decisions, consequences to your actions. As soon as you make the choice, especially if you have that choice, as soon as you make the decision, whatever happens to you, unfortunately, is on you.
Deal with it?
Yeah, exactly. And like Nacho and his consequence, he faced it. Saul and Kim might have, Saul faces eventually the consequences of his actions as well. So
don't know about Kim yet, though.
We don't know about Kim. Some people are implying that she was living with him because usually she's the one that focuses on the alcohol thingy that they keep around.
The caps, yeah.
Yeah, and it was in the dresser in his house, which, by the way, we confirmed it is actually his house.
Yeah, I told you. That made way more sense. That is at the end of Breaking Bad when they are just taking stuff for evidence.
Everything made sense. It's just at the time I was surprised.
It would have been a good metaphor, yeah.
At the time I was surprised by how rich it all looked. And then, it does make sense. People were telling me, we were talking about this in the comments, about how the image of a poor lawyer with a shitty office and shitty publicities and stuff is to appeal to the people who he wants to represent, So doesn't mean his house needs to be shitty, doesn't mean he doesn't have money. But then again, I was wondering, how do you buy this without gathering attention? Because yes, you make money, but you don't make that much money. And then people were talking about Walter White. I don't think he would have had time to have this built in the time, because Walter, that was just 2 years.
Yeah.
That was just 2 years. And some of those years, Saul was already on the run. He was already trying to hide. And some of those months that he was away, Saul was already gone. Mm-hmm. And at the beginning, he wasn't even with them. So you would not have time to build a house in that moment.
So you build it before
But then
them.
I did remember also he's waiting for $2 million from the Sandpiper case.
True.
So that could mean that perhaps Kim's plan works. Or it doesn't, and he just got the money eventually. But at the same time, I would assume, since the timeline, we know that Jesse and Walter are supposed to be in this season, right? They talked about this on a Jimmy Fallon show. So that's, to me, that says that the time difference between this season and Breaking Bad isn't that big.
Yeah, so I think
unless they're in the flash forward.
I think that you might be right that Kim's plan succeeded, because honestly,
because they said that
case would have taken years and years.
So in my opinion, that kind of means that the plan works and he gets the $2 million and he buys the house.
Which is really fucked up for Howard, honestly.
We'll see. But then, it maybe that means that Kim lived with him, or if she doesn't, he kept it as a reminder of her, but we'll see. In any case, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Why did I even talk about his house? I don't
think
remember.
that maybe Kim's gonna go after the other lawyer?
At first, I wasn't sure. I was afraid that she might. Now she seems to be giving the choice to Jimmy and leave it at that. So it's interesting. I was afraid because it sounded like threats that the other lawyer was giving Kim about Jimmy. But her reaction at the house made me more at ease. The thing is, if Jimmy does something here, again, like the friend of the cartel or a rat, we know what happens to traitors.
They get gut.
We've seen it twice now.
They get gut.
And they don't always survive.
Nope.
So, we'll see. I don't think he's going to betray the cartel.
You know what? The way that I saw the lawyer just talking to Kim, saying that, if Jimmy didn't know about it, he can talk to me. He can say the secrets, and we can help him. It looks to me that she wants to have
a case.
A case.
That's not important, though. If he doesn't say anything, she won't have shit.
I know.
what's important is the decision. You know, Huel saying you have this perfect life as a lawyer, you get money legitimately, you're legit lawyers, you don't have to be crooks. You don't have to do these.
But
why do you do it? Why do you do it? They do it for the thrill. They do it for that I mean, they're addicted, which is the theme of usually the show on Breaking Bad. But it's the same thing with, do you want to be a friend of the cartel or do you want to be a rat? Again, we talked about Jesse being a rat, and at the time, I know some people hate Jesse, and every chance to, you know, bash on him is a good chance, and they're like, he was a rat, he deserved everything that happened to him and stuff. And I'm like, the kid still did the right thing. Like, being a rat in the criminal world is a good thing, and in the, you know, from a justice point of view, if you think about it, you are literally helping the police and get justice and stop criminals.
If you're thinking about a criminal way, that's a bad thing.
But then for Jimmy, like, it's the talk of, do you want to be friends with the cartel, which is something he doesn't want, and it's a question he's been asked before, or do you want to, you put it like that, be a rat? That means getting justice. That means helping the system. That means doing the right thing.
But we know that he doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do the right thing.
It's also that he's afraid of the consequences. And he doesn't know Lalo is alive, but we do. And if he ratted him out, there's a good chance he's going to, you know,
come after him.
But then again, like, we'll see. In Breaking Bad, now he knows he's dead. Before he didn't. So the question of, you know, Lalo didn't send you meant that, you know, we didn't know if he ever learned of the attack. Now he knows about the attack, so that means he's going to find out that Lalo is alive by the end of this. And he's afraid that Lalo might come after him.
So he's gonna be a rat then.
So he could be a rat.
Oh shit. Shit.
Perhaps. They already had beef with him, though, so I don't know if that's the true reason, but it's a hint at perhaps why he says...
Well, if it is, that would explain so much things, though, right?
But, I mean, if you think about it, what he says in Breaking Bad is, it wasn't me, it was Ignacio, could be that, you know, he ratted you out, which wouldn't work, because now he's dead. But Lalo didn't send you, and it could have something to do with this, so we'll see.
True.
We'll see. But yeah, I mean the biggest thing from this episode, of course, is Nacho, and I did expect, you know, if he would, I was thinking, you know, maybe he's not gonna die, but then again, that's a second Jesse situation where, you know, he manages.
Jesse survived at least.
But that's the thing, Jesse survives after going through some terrible shit.
I know.
You know, maybe having him go through this, and let's be real, he suffered more than Nacho. He suffered more for doing less.
I know.
And I think after the whole slave thing for 6 months, he paid his due. Whereas for Nacho, he did worse, got his father to be safe, which was everything he wanted, and then got to leave on his own terms.
You mean you got to die on his own terms?
Well, leave.
Oh, okay. I just live.
It's sad. Live. It's sad, but I don't think we could have had another Jesse situation. You know, he faced the consequences. It's just that I wasn't expecting it to happen this quick, and if it had to happen, I was expecting to be more sad, but I think it was a mix between tears and just so proud of my boy for how he went out. I'm in shock. And we had to rip out the sign, and it's so early in the season.
Well, the sign held us for 5 seasons at least.
Well, now we have nothing. We'll write #RIP Nacho now.
Damn it.
We should have drawn the fucking chip with the mustache. That would have saved him. It's all thanks to our fucking sign not being right. But a beautiful episode. Visually stunning opening, and metaphor for the end was great. I loved the use of colors. Like, he was dressed in white with sparkles of blue in it, which, I mean, the blue of the flower kind of reminded me of that. Everyone else was like dark brown.
Gus was in black and green.
Gus's team was brown. Like, dark, black, brown.
Wasn't it black and green?
Well, I remember
his tie was green though.
I remember his vest to be brown.
Okay.
But and the Salamanca's like Hector is wearing also a light
white and red.
Yeah, white usually means innocence and stuff. So it was interesting because like he was on his knees in the middle of all of it, and like even if some of the others had light colors, I felt like he was the only beacon in the middle. Okay.
A good episode, guys.
Episode
I'm
3.
not dissatisfied with his death.
Me neither.
I would have preferred it to be at episode 5 or 6.
I would have preferred it to be never.
Me too. But with the situation he was in, him to survive would have been impossible. The Salamanca would have been got him. Gus would have been dead.
They did impossible before.
True.
They did impossible before, but
True.
not with him. Okay. Okay, that's it. If this is only episode 3, I don't know what they have in store for the rest of the season. I'm excited though, and a bit scared because that means Kim could still die too.
Do not jinx it.
I'm not jinxing it. I'm stating a fact. Could be jail. You know, she could end up in jail. She could be fine. Although I don't think she's fine. She could be dead.
I don't think that she's dead because
People are saying
Saul would have been so much different than Breaking
someone
Bad then.
pointed out in the comments that she is from Nebraska, which is where Gene, Saul in the future, is hidden. So someone, we talked about this in the comments, but we kind of discussed the possibility that if she has to run away, or if she has to,
that he run to her,
or if she loses everything or something, if she leaves and goes back to her hometown, and he's hidden in the same town where she was born, maybe he reunites with her in the end. Maybe she was nowhere, she wasn't close to him or anything during Breaking Bad, and then they reunite at the end. That could be a possibility.
But we know in the future that he lives alone.
Yes, he's hiding.
True.
But at the end, like, someone recognizes it. Like, last time we saw him, someone recognizes him, and he says, shit, like, what do I do and stuff? And they were talking about changing his, putting him somewhere else, and he says, fuck it, I'm gonna take care of it myself. Which could mean everything. But yeah, it's a possibility that we discussed in the comments, but I thought it was a good possibility.
But honestly,
unless she's dead and this is her tombstone.
I do not think that she's dead because I don't think that Saul would have been Saul in Breaking Bad if he caused Kim's death or something, right?
Unless he wants to cherish that personality that she loved and helped him create, because she's the one that talked about, what car are you riding? What car is Saul Goodman riding? And, and I think about it in a way.
That could have explained why he kept the memento, unless she just left. Both of them are plausible.
He's also sort of doing he's always liked to help the people. Like, it was a money thing, helping the people that need him the most. But in the way, it's also something that Kim wanted to do, help the people that cannot afford the big council and stuff. So that's kind of what he does as Saul Goodman. He helps the people that can't pay.
Both options are plausible. She's dead or she just left to Nebraska.
And he's carrying on her legacy. We'll see, but anyway, that's for future episodes. But yeah, this one was rough, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it, because, yeah.
We did.
I mean, it was so strong, though. It was sad, but I think it was sad, but I think the epicness of how it happened won over.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with the way they did things, even if I am sad. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you want to see the next one right away, we are kind of a week behind, so it will be on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be up on YouTube next week. So keep an eye on it. We're going to see you next time, guys.
Bye.
Bye.